Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is a classic of booktube, aka classic monthly wrap-up. It is my first one, so I'm so excited. So here are all the books that I've read in March. This month I've read a total of 5 books, 2 paperbacks and 3 Kindles. It was a pretty good month, I would say, but I still haven't found a 5-star reads, and it's kind of annoying me right now because we're entering the 4th month of the year and still haven't found 5 stars. The first book that I've read this month is A Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. This is a small town rom-com. It's reverse age gap, so she's older than him. He's the mayor of this very small town and he owns this bed and breakfast, and she is from a rich family and she's an ER doctor, and they meet one night when she gets stuck in his small town and they have a fling, but then feelings get involved, but that gets the relationship very complicated because they don't seem to find a way to get into each other's life. And Daniel Grant, the male main character, was such a sweetheart. He's really one of the best male men characters that I've read about. He's incredible. He's so thoughtful. If he could give her the world, he would. He was ready to do anything for her, and it really showed. And he was thoughtful for everyone, really. He was nice to everyone. He's genuinely just a good person. My issue with this, I didn't even say my rating. I rated this book a 4.25, 4.5. I was not sure. This happens a lot when I rate books. I'll give 2 ratings because I'm never sure how I really feel about this book, and ratings are stressful in my opinions. Anyways, back to the subject. My issue with this is that he was really into the relationship, and I always felt like she was 1 foot into the relationship, 1 foot outside of it, and she really searched for a reason to bolt. So I thought sometimes she took a bit of advantage of the situation, but I do understand where she comes from, and I did understand her worries and why she wasn't full in the relationship, and I get it, but I still felt like he loved her more than he did, so that's why I didn't really like that. I just wanted to give you a quote of how much Daniel loves her. She felt like the sun, like she was the reason for everything, like I'd always been waiting for her to get closer and bring me to life. This man, oh my god. The second book I read was on my Kindle, and it is Sinners Anonymous by Summer Sketcher, and I didn't really like it. I give it a 2.5. So this is a mafia romance. She's Rory. She's engaged to this man who's like this mob boss, and one time she sees his nephew, and they're very attracted to each other, they want each other, blah 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 blah, basically. One thing about Rory is that Rory loves birds a little bit too much because she curses in birds. Yay! She says stuff like, oh my crow, sparrow, oh my goose. So yeah, I would say 75% of this book I wanted to DNF, but I kept holding on because first I was reading it with my friend, she was waiting for me. Second, I kind of wanted to know what was the mystery thing about it, what was the thing that she did that was so sinful. Spoiler alert, it's not really a spoiler, but it's nothing big. It was ridiculous how it was nothing. I don't remember. See, it was nothing. It was it was nothing. But I will say that the end, it picked up and I was interested throughout the end. So that's why I give it a 2.5 and not a lower rating. The third book that I've read was also on my Kindle, and it is called The Devil You Know by Elizabeth Org. It is the 3rd book in the Devil series by her. They're all interconnected standalones though, so you can read any of them and not miss anything. And I've rated it a 4.25. Basically, this follows Gemma and Ben. It's an office romance, enemies to lovers. They are both lawyers. It's been a while since I read an office romance and I've missed them, and it was really fun. One thing about Elizabeth Org is that her banter is always so funny. In every book that I've read from this series, her banter is so spot on, and I feel like she writes interactions between her characters so well, and it's one of my favorite things about her writing. So Gemma is this very strong woman, and she knows what she wants, and she wants stuff until she gets it. And she had a bad relationship in the past. She's very closed off to men and to Ben, her coworker, because of something that happened between them, like the first time that they met. You get to see them like slowly tolerate each other and slowly appreciate each other and like get into a relationship, and it was really fun. But the one thing that like bothered me, and it bothers me with every one of her books that I've read so far, is that the build up, the tension is so well done. It gets you so excited for the couple, for the relationship, for the end, but then the end happens and it falls kind of flat for me. This series is very good for people who are looking to get out of the slump. As I said, the banter is amazing. And second, like, her book are really short, and the way she writes, like, she grabs you into the story very quickly, so you won't feel like it's like a chore reading, you know? The fourth book that I've read is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I've actually had the chance to read the arc for this, so it is out on April 11th, and I've rated it. Well, I rated it a 4.25, but looking back at it, I think I liked it more than Part of Your World, and they're actually in the same universe. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rate Part of Your World 4.25 and Yours Truly 4.5. So Yours Truly is a rom-com, a workplace romance. It follows Brianna that we see in Part of Your World. She's the FMC's bestie, and Jacob. So Jacob comes to work at Brianna's hospital. They're both ER doctors. And Brianna, at first, she didn't like him. Slowly, they get into this friendship. And it actually started when Jacob wrote Brianna a letter, Yours Truly, you see the title. They get into writing each other. They get into a friendship. And slowly, in the fake relationship. What I love the most about this book is the representation. So Brianna is her brother's caretaker as he is on dialysis, and she has this really big pressure on herself. And Jacob has anxiety, and I loved how she portrayed that, the ups and downs, and how we got to see him manage his anxiety, and I felt like it was really well put into the story. What bothered me was the end. There was a little miscommunication issue, but it was pretty good. So if you're looking for like a rom-com with representation, go for it. The last book that I read is Heartless by Elsie Silver, single dad, small town romance. It is also Grumpy Sunshine and nanny romance. You get to see Cade. Cade is the dad, the grumpy dad. He takes care of this ranch, and he has this little kid named Luke, who is 5, I think. And Willa is a sunshine nanny. Comes from the city, and she moves in with them for the summer to take care of Luke. And she is so fun. Like, one thing about Elsie, she knows how to write funny scenes. In a lot of these chapters, you get to see text messages, and the text messages are the funniest thing ever. They're so funny, and we get to see them also in Flawless, which is really fun. I rated it a 4.25. It was so fun. It's such an entertaining series, and they're really addicting, and they're really fun to read. Obviously, Cade was hot. Obviously, Cade was like, he's a grumpy dad. I love grumpy single dads, but the real stars of the show was Willa and Luke. Their relationship, we get to see them form this friendship. Willa becomes this mother figure for him, and it is the most adorable thing ever. It was my favorite thing. Like, their relationship and their interactions were the cutest things, and I loved it. So yeah, I really recommend. So these are all the books that I've read in March. I think it was a pretty good month. I hope it gets better though in April and later on. Filming this was actually harder than I thought it was. Like, my brain is not here at the moment. Explaining the plot of books is actually so hard. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my last, See, my brain is not there. And I'll see you in my next video.